Bruce, just we talked to you obviously when you signed here, but now you've had a couple weeks of camp. Just what's it like being back out here with this team and part of this defense?
Um, it's almost as great as when I first got here in 2012. It's everything that that I remember it being, from being around the building, the equipment staff, the trainers, the equipment staff, strength staff, the coaches. Is just all very it's very comforting, and I'm really happy to be back.
Curtis Crabtree.
Hey Bruce, I was just kind of curious what your thoughts were on Alton Robinson and what he's brought to the table for you guys so far, and your thoughts on kind of his game and how he fits into the picture with you.
I think Alton's doing a hell of a job. He's a younger guy. Obviously, all the younger guys are kind of behind, being that we didn't have OTA and stuff like that, so they're kind of playing catch up right now. But I think Alton is doing a really, really good job of just coming to work every day, finding something to get better at each and every day, and he's really working his tail off, and it's translating for him. He's making plays, he's getting sacks. Hopefully he can keep doing that, and hopefully he can contribute and play a major role for us when the season starts.
Jen Mueller.
My nickname in high school was the Hulk. You could have gone for that one too, Dave. Bruce, what do you see on the field differently now with experience that you couldn't see, whether it be plays, how to use your moves from the first time that you were here?
I see the game for me is just a lot slower. Being that this is my 9th year, I see and recognize certain things a lot faster than I would when I was here before. Obviously, I'm older. I'm in a totally different role from when I was here the first time. More of a leadership role. They call me OG in the locker room, so I gotta get used to that, man. When I was here, I was calling Big Red and Clem and all those guys OG. Now you got Jamal Adams and those type of guys calling me OG. I'm like, dang, am I really old? Am I really old though? I just don't get it. But it is what it is. It's been great so far, and I'm just, like I said, I'm happy to be back.
And are you getting the reps that you need in practice? I know not nearly as much time, but you probably don't need as much time since you are the OG.
Yeah, I'm getting the reps. Like I said, I've been in the same defense pretty much my whole career, because when I went to Oakland, it was pretty much the same thing. Norton took the same defense to Oakland, so I've been blessed to be able to run the same scheme for the majority of my career. So my reps is more so getting myself in shape and getting my tackling together, getting my pass rush moves together. As far as me being in a completely new system where I got to learn the playbook and I got to get situated with my teammates and certain calls, so I'm very fortunate to be in a situation like that.
Thanks, Bruce.
Corbin Smith.
Hey, Bruce, you just mentioned the mentorship aspect now at this stage of your career. You've had a chance to work a lot with Shaquem Griffin, who had a strong finish to last season. His brother said he's added some new pass rush moves to his arsenal. What's it been like working with him so far? What have you seen these first couple weeks out of him?
Very interesting. Obviously his situation is different. I was eager to see how it would work, and I'm honestly amazed that he can do some of the things he does, being that he doesn't, have both his arms. So the guy is a hell of a player. He's working his tail off. Obviously he got to work a little harder because he's kind of at a disadvantage. So I think he's done a great job of trying to really add rush moves instead of just trying to run by people, because I told him, these dudes get paid too, so they kind of pick up on that type of stuff. So he just, like I said about Alton, Shaquem's just working each and every day to get better. I tell him, find something you want to work at each day and try to critique that as much as you can, and I think he's done a great job of doing that.
Brady Henderson.
Hey, Bruce, how, if at all, do you think this defense could look different schematically from when you were here earlier?
Could you say that again, please?
Yeah, I'm just wondering how, if at all, you think this defense could look different schematically, not personnel-wise necessarily, but schematically from when you were here the first time?
Schematically, I think it's pretty much the same. It's still a cover 3 defense. Mix it up with 2 high. We got Jamal now, so he's a great blitzer. So we try to utilize his skills as much as we can. But for the most part, the scheme is pretty much the same. It's just personnel and the players are different, but pretty much it's the same scheme.
And then one follow-up, just wondering which of the offensive linemen have stood out to you most in the one-on-ones or just overall?
Besides Dwayne Brown, I would say 68, the rookie. Rugged guy. He's a real rugged guy. Doesn't talk much, comes to work. That's what you want out of your younger guys. He don't complain about his reps. He just hard-nosed, rugged guy, and that's what you want in your guards, your guards on your offensive line. So I think 68 has really caught my eye, and he continues to get better each and every day.
Thank you.
Art Teal.
Hey, Bruce. You had great team success early in your career here. Now that you've been around the NFL block with other teams, what's the most difficult aspect to getting success? What have you seen from other places that makes it, so difficult to have team success in the league?
I would say accountability is one. I've been my first year at Oakland, we was pretty good, but after that, we was pretty terrible. So I would say guys holding each other accountable, hell, even holding yourself accountable. I think it's no place. This is a very special place, and it took me to leave here to really notice that. I was a young guy who, when I was here, I would say, man, I wonder how it is on another team. And Mo Kelly would always tell me, like, the grass isn't always greener. And, when I got to other teams, I really realized that, that it's really a good situation over here. And, guys hold each other accountable. They hold themselves accountable. And, that's what you want. Each guy believing in one goal, being connected, and trying to get this thing accomplished, man, and bring another trophy back to Seattle.
Did you hold yourself accountable in your first stint?
Somewhat. Kind of when you get here, it's like if you buy in, you either buy in or you don't. So that's the kind of the culture here. If you don't, they get you'll get weeded up out of here. So, when I first got here, I was a young guy. Had got paid most money I ever had in my career at that time. And my background was a little tough, but so I had a little problems, buying in and being accountable. But as I matured, my second, third, fourth year, I would say I started to make that transition, and I think it carried over when I left.
Thanks.
Bob Condotta.
Hey, Bruce. You talked about kind of your nickname in the locker room being OG and all that. Are you finding yourself that you have to sort of like be more outspoken in the locker room and be that kind of a vocal leader and things like that now?
I'm just being BI. When I left here, I kind of started to transition into like being more outspoken and being more of a leader. So at this point, I'm just being myself. I talk smack, but I also build them up. But if you BSing, I'm gonna also let you know about it, and I expect that from them if they feel like I'm BSing. So, right at this point, I'm just being myself, man, and trying to work as hard as I can. Not only just talk about it, but be about it on the field and show these guys that, hey, B.I. talk a lot of junk, but B.I. also go out there. He busts his tail in practice. He busts his tail in the game. He leave it out there for us. So, that's kind of where I'm at in my career.
And we saw you leap over the tackling dummy the other day. I mean, it looks like you haven't lost anything athletically at all.
I mean, I just read all these things about, he's old or he's lost his step, and it's just crazy to me because, I've never, knock on wood, I've never had any crazy injuries. I don't miss games, and I just be like, man, these people, I really did that so y'all really could see that, honestly, because I knew that y'all was watching, and I'm like, these folks think I'm old, so let me just show them I still got some juice in me. So that was just more just to show people that, I still got a lot left in the tank, man.
Thanks, Bruce.
Last question, Greg H. Bell.
Yeah, Bruce, you missed a practice after doing that. It wasn't because of that, was it?
Nah. That OG term, that OG term mean a lot of things. Hey, you gotta take care of your OGs, man. So that's all that was about. I'm good.
Pete mentioned that you, obviously, we all mature, but you have noticeably matured as a person since you have come back. And what did you learn your time away, other than just naturally getting older? What changed in your life and your outlook on things?
Family grew, got more kids. My why kind of transitioned from, a younger BI. My why was cars, jewelry, stuff like that. And my why now is, my wife, my kids, my family, generational wealth. It's just a different mindset now, man. And I'm just thankful that I was able to mature and see that. And most guys be 31, 32 years old, still out here chasing women and buying a lot of cars, stuff like that. It's just I was fortunate enough to really see the light and kind of transition away from that and just focus on what really matters, especially, I'm on the back end, so the jewelry and stuff won't matter when I'm done. My kids and my wife, that's the stuff that's gonna matter. So that's kind of my whole reasoning why I matured and really transitioned to who I am now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Bruce.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, everyone.